Welcome to the March 18th, 2025 Planning Commission hearing. Please rise for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation. That's our rule. Thank you. Everybody's cell phones are off. In church, you have to buy donuts with our cell phones. What's the conversation? About the people. Announcement for the Zoom attendees, if there are any. Those joining tonight's meeting via Zoom will automatically be muted upon entry, and you will need to identify your full name if not already attached. If you wish to speak, please click on the raise your hand button and feature located on the reaction icon at the bottom of the screen. And again, reminder for us on the commission, speak into the microphones so people can hear you. January 21st.
Oh, sorry, it's my fault.
That's okay.
On the agenda, we have a new member.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have
Nope.
thought of that.
I missed
myself.
it on your script, but it is on the agenda.
Oh,
So we do finally have a full planning commission board. Janella Wilder, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us anything about you, you can. If you just want to say hi, that's fine too.
Well, hi. Well, I'm Janella Wilder, and I don't know, I've lived around here pretty much most of my life. Just in the area, but some of my parents live here too. I got 2 kids, 2 grandkids. Work at Goodwill. That's pretty much it.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, now we can go on.
okay. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, no problem at all. January 21st, 2025 regular business meeting. Has everyone have a chance, except for our new person, to read the minutes of that meeting? Do I hear a motion? I move that we accept the meeting as presented. I'll second that.
Commissioner Brock?
Aye.
Commissioner Hogsett?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Mock? Aye. Commissioner Wilder? And you could abstain if you'd like. If you've read them and understand them, you could approve them.
Okay, that was this one that you sent me.
Yeah, in the packet, there was some
Okay,
minutes.
yeah, I did read it.
Do you understand them?
For the most part, I do.
You can
Actually.
abstain if you feel, or you can, huh?
She's right there with the rest of them.
You could, you could
Just do
agree.
abstain then or whatever.
Commissioner Schaub
Yeah.
Aye.
and Chair Banducci.
Yes. Legislative hearing, Clark Property Management LLC, file number 24-S012, has been postponed to April 15th, 2025 at 7 p.m. That will be at our next meeting.
Correct. And what kind of happened is we received a letter from the Oregon Department of Transportation at 5:30 the night before the staff report was required. We're legally required to have ready, with some conditions that the city was not okay to just accept. So we as a city decided to postpone that hearing. We're hoping to meet with a traffic impact analysis engineer and the applicants, as well as meeting with ODOT prior to staff report coming out for April. So if everything goes right, schedules go right, we'll be able to hear it in April, is our plan.
Will the traffic impact analysis be provided ahead of time? If you guys
Okay,
did
yes, because it would have went out in the last year's stuff. So yes, we can get that for you.
one? Okay.
You just want a digital copy, because it would have went out with the mail out originally in November, this has been continued now, the second,
Oh, I see.
or postponed.
Yeah, digital works great.
Did we get that in our November?
It would have been in the November staff report, yes,
Okay.
but
I probably threw it away.
But yeah, we can email it out again as well as they came back with some revisions.
Okay.
And then,
Very good. If you had maps and everything that came out, we saw those.
yes,
And so and I know where it is, I've been there. You're building right next to it, so.
oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Monthly activity report, has everyone reviewed for the enclosed monthly activity report?
and yeah, so Janella, what we like to do, each month, or at least each meeting month, provide you planning commission members along with city council, kind of community developments activity report. This is kind of the main things that are going on that we're involved in. Also just your typical land use stuff, planning price worksheet approvals. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out or ask them here. Any clarification, Randy would be happy to do that.
Any comments, questions, anybody?
What's the phase 3 reports on? Still getting up to date here, so.
So I know just enough to be dangerous. So phase 3 is gonna be that, Highway 138 West parking lot with a kind of a boat dock for, like kayaks and non-motorized boats, canoeing, and then also, I believe, 2 or 1 vault toilets, paved parking lot. Right now they're going through wetlands, mitigation and design. So I believe the Oregon State Marine Board is helping us with that design. So we're just kind of waiting for that process to move forward.
Awesome. That's exciting.
It is very exciting.
I was out there when it was sunny and there's, I mean, it was just full. Kids, people of all ages, doing all kinds of different things, so it's exciting.
How many more phases are there?
You know, as far as I know, I think 3 is
Just
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just got the rest of the benches for around the path. So if you've been around there lately, you'll notice all the benches are out now. So, all the ones that have been bought and donated, dedicated.
One thing I'd like to bring up is, they're planning a meeting soon about the building that's going on out here. Is that true?
The open house?
Yeah, well, there's an open house for that on,
Next Monday, the
Mm,
24th, at
right.
7, from 7 to 8 is the Oak Street Commons. I think you all should have received the flyer pamphlet.
I did.
Yep.
So
It's at the community building.
I think it'd be good to go to that, and see what's going on
Yeah.
out there in the area.
Only if you're for it.
How was the water there?
I said, only if you're for it.
I'm with you for it. Are you for it?
No, I do think it's great. I mean, obviously, I have a house to live in, so I don't. At the moment.
Has there been progress on the stoplight at Dakota?
I believe we're working on the request for proposals for engineering. So we're working on that. We'll be going out to bid for those.
Okay.
So it's a slow progress. Slow moving, but it's moving. We just conducted interviews yesterday for engineering firms for the infrastructure at Oak Street. And we'll have to make a decision by Friday on that.
Very good.
So notice of intent to word coming out.
So the engineering for the traffic signal, that's just that's to put in a traffic signal because the roundabout's not happening anymore or not thought of?
Correct. It'll just be the signal.
Exactly correct.
And then, funding, still working on funding. Who's paying for this puppy?
I believe we got, grant, not a grant, a loan, the OTIP loan.
Mhm.
So the city's taking out a loan to
Yes.
pay for the signal?
Yeah. And then any, traffic, SDC, system development charges in that area, we've been holding, in a separate pot. So like when the Clark development, any commercial development in that area, any houses that's going, so the city can have that money towards it, along with like any possibly urban renewal dollars.
So anticipated traffic, flow was covered with Clarks and Evergreen and all that.
Yes.
Okay,
That's-
What is the total cost for this stuff?
I don't think there's been a total cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like in progress?
Yeah.
Okay, so more to come as it evolves.
Yeah, okay. And costs are ever changing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Every day?
so the study that's being done now for Dakota Street, will that be, how will
So the
um,
engineering,
the engineering, yes, will they take in mind possibly what might be happening with the other piece of property
the
south of it?
south, like on Fort McKay.
Clark, the Clark. part.
Yes, so they did a traffic impact analysis, and in that, like ODOT came back and said this would require during a set of. Once you get into certain amount of development, a temporary signal, could possibly be required at, 138 in Park Hill. Or, extending those, turn lanes as well of that area. But yeah, those were things that were in that study that they had provided. Yeah, and I forgot that you guys are all new, so you haven't seen that study, so I'll make sure and get that sent to you guys. Fun question?
Well, there's something, yeah, we gotta get time.
Good question.
Looks like it'll wrap up in September 2025. Is that going kind of according to schedule and feeling good?
For the most part, those projects are on schedule. They just, at the March 10th meeting, city council meeting, awarded the, GMP amendment for construction of the police station, so the fire station's already underway. With some hiccups here and there, due to the lovely rain we've had. But, yeah, for the most part, everything's on schedule. I don't anticipate, I've not heard any talk of it being extended or delayed.
Is that just updating the police station where it is and then Old City Hall is all kind of coming to one or?
So it will eventually. So right now, the project is the old police station. Is being seismically retrofitted. There is an application in for the other part to also do the seismic retrofit on that site. So it'll be a separate grant. It'll be a separate process, separate project.
Those seismic grants seem to be coming out pretty often, schools and stuff like that, and that is to condition the buildings in case there's a major event,
Correct.
that the light fixtures won't fall out and same and all that.
The building.
Anchors, braces, a lot of it's internal where you're not gonna see a whole lot on the outside. It's a lot of inside the structure to make sure it's sound during an earthquake event.
Would you consider a flood in there? No, I don't. Drainage?
So excited.
There's a lot going on. I mean, between the workforce housing project, the seismic updates, and then the park master plan and
Oak Street
Yeah, there's
engineering, and
No
Never
shortage.
stops.
How are you guys feeling?
underwater.
Keeps us entertained.
Okay, there's not any more.
Well, I just have one quick question. I think, what do we do?
With,
Anything, like, what do we do?
so.
This is all very interesting, and I, you know,
You're for it. So really tonight, we should have had that legislative hearing.
right,
So with that, you'll be provided a staff report. In that staff report is all the criteria that's required to be addressed for that specific application. So when you get that, you're gonna have to review it. You're gonna need to make sure that, you know, all the criteria is met. If there's any, letters of remonstrance, you know, people not in favor of it or in favor of it, you take that into consideration, but need to make sure what ultimately it boils down to is the criteria met? And that's why the city postponed this, is because one of those is goal 12, which is transportation, and we couldn't, without having any heartburn, really address goal 12. And so, without doing proper coordination with the applicant, I mean, we didn't feel it was right to put some conditions on the applicant property owner that we hadn't been upfront, talked to them about, getting a letter at 5:30 the night before with
so you're saying that we're gonna vote on the whole proposal and we
So,
might
like-
say, no, you can't do it.
you could.
Okay,
Yeah, so what ends up in the staff report, there'll be, 4 options. There'll be, you know, approve as submitted. Approve with, amended conditions, like say some new conditions come to light that, you know, staff maybe didn't think of, and you guys in reading it and reading the criteria go, you know, this is important, this needs to be addressed. 3, postpone, continue that hearing, you know, leave it open for additional, you know, say a lot of, people come in and have some valid concerns and the applicant wants to readdress them. So continue it to a date certain, so like you continue it a month, or number 4, deny. Just say you did not meet the applicable criteria and we vote to deny the application.
So at the hearing, is that when we'll get all this information?
You'll get it the week prior.
Okay.
And that's where we're required to have that staff report available 7 days prior. And last week we weren't able to do that. And so that way it's not appealable or, you know, past us, we opted to postpone. But like this, so this particular, type of application is something that you, as the planning commission, will give a recommendation to city council. So it'll come to you first, you guys will address all that applicable criteria, we'll discuss it. Hopefully that property owner's applicant is here, anybody representative for them to answer any of your questions or describe, you know, what is being proposed. But this type of legislative application, you will then give a recommendation to city council, and ultimately city council will approve or deny it with the passing of an ordinance.
You will have times when you'll have a full audience out there. Sure. And a lot of people,
Yeah, not just some,
believe me, it hasn't happened for a little while, but it's gonna happen again. It's not too far in the distant future.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask questions and they get 3 minutes to talk. And then they have to fill in as they come in the door and then write their name down and then come up here, address us and get 3 minutes, and they can tell us where they live and who their name is, and then they can give their spiel, whatever they want to talk about. So it's pretty open, and it's mostly friendly. Sometimes it was a little hot, but it's okay. That's what we're here for.
so you will have a job.
well,
You do
yeah,
have a
It's
job.
coming.
yeah, just, you know, great deal of ignorance and just sort of curious. I mean, like I said, it is very interesting, but wasn't clear where we actually do anything.
Yes. Some days you will have to do something.
Yes.
I can think of 2 occasions where this place was done.
Oh, yeah. Good meetings. Good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Public comment?
Just a quick question on the land use activity, is that more, just for us to review and be aware of?
That's
or-
just to let you know, so what the land use activity, what a building worksheet is, those are, items that don't require like an application, a conditional use permit. So anytime you wanna add on to your house or build a deck or build a house, we still process those on a daily basis. Some days we can get 3, some days we get none, some weeks none. So anytime. That's what, those are the land use, applications or any type of land use application. Some you are not required to come to planning commission, some obviously do. And then the right of way applications, we just get those periodically too from agencies. Just all little things that we end up reviewing and processing.
Any other questions?
And definitely, like, if you wanna schedule a meeting with us, sit down,
I do, I just have been super busy, but I'm.
perfect. Yes, and if you would like to.
Ultra friendly.
But you have to bring the donuts, right?
Donuts.
Donuts
Right.
for all the staff.
All that.
Yes, the bare minimum.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody.